Hi there, happy Travel Tuesday.
Hi everybody, it is boy, does the weeks just go fly by. It's Tuesday again.
It sure does, and I'll tell you, you and I both have gotten some sun. It's been beautiful weather, like you like to say, Chamber of Commerce weather these days.
It is Chamber of Commerce weather, and you know what? I've been spending a lot of time out in the yard and doing things. It's a great time of year, and we've had really good weather, which is really nice. It's great for people that want to do a local trip or a staycation, but boy, we have a lot of travelers that are traveling around the world.
They sure are, and a lot of reporters have been calling about some of the hot topics with international travel this week. So a lot of our media friends had reached out regarding the euro being on par with the American dollar for the first time. I think it's 20 years.
It's the first time in 20 years. It's a long time, and so it really is an attraction. And of course, European travel, when the protocols to return to the U.S. lifted, that gave a spike in European travel. People felt more comfortable, not worried about getting stranded in Europe. So that did spike European travel, but now with this euro on par, it's making all of those opportunities, the extra sightseeing, the dining if you're on an independent trip, so much more attractive.
Well, our CEO just returned from a trip with his family in Europe, and he was saying how the restaurant prices were great. That hasn't changed, so you consider that and the bargains that you have for dinners there if you're eating out.
Absolutely.
And then add that euro in there. It's just good news for travelers anyway.
It really is good news, and of course there is a lot of international traveling going on, but one of the key things is their airports have made the news a lot, whether it's London Heathrow, Amsterdam, Paris Charles de Gaulle. There's a lot of congestion in those airports, Elizabeth.
Okay, yeah, there's just pent-up demand. A lot of people want to travel, and there's not as many planes as there used to be. So,
and it's also, you read conflicting articles, and everyone's pointing a finger, but a lot of airport workers are not on the job, not because they don't want to work, just because the staffing was lightened up during the pandemic. So, if you are traveling in an international airport, early is the key. Sometimes 5 to 6 hours early. You've seen some of the pictures at London Heathrow Airport with the bag check and so forth. It really is important. Even in Toronto, during the pandemic, Toronto was not an option for our international travelers.
Couldn't travel across the border.
Absolutely, and it historically has been a great deal. You can go nonstop virtually around the world from Toronto, and so it really is popular again. But again, even in Toronto, get there 4 or 5 hours early to make sure you don't want to miss that flight because all the flights are full.
They are. So when you say 4 to 5 hours early, that's what he means, just so you can get through the security. I flew out at, I think it was a 6 a.m. flight in April. Well, we were the first ones in line waiting for security to open. But I'll tell you, that line filled up fast.
Yeah, it does. And if you do take a later flight in the day, it just the lines get longer and longer all day. In fact, that traveling out of Toronto, getting there 3.5 hours early for his flight, our CEO, he made it to the gate with 20 minutes to spare. So that was all of the processing time, whether it's checked baggage, passport control, security, all of that. So, you want peace of mind. I'm a people watcher as well. Go early, get something to eat or drink, and relax.
Get back and relax.
Absolutely,
and have a bite to eat.
Yes.
Well, speaking of, coming into AAA, we sell these luggage tags that you can get right here. But checking luggage, maybe not such a good idea these days if you want to avoid any snags along the way.
Well, absolutely. And if your flight is canceled or you are rerouted, it's definitely much easier if you have your bag in hand. So if you can pack light, and do carry-on, and people tell me, oh my God, we go to Europe for 2 weeks with a carry-on. More power to you. I still have to learn how to do that, but it does allow you to have better options on the quick. So if there is something there, because if your bag is in the system, they're not going to reroute you as easily as if you can just run to the next flight.
Okay, and remember too, pandemic protocols. We had a reporter call this week about what to do. A lot of people testing positive for COVID while they're traveling. So you want to make sure you're going to want to have that travel insurance.
Travel insurance is really important. It not only covers cancellation prior to the trip, it covers things as baggage delay, misconnection, trip delays. And if you do come down with COVID and test positive formally in Europe and have to stay, there are coverages as well that help pay for expenses during that quarantine as well. So travel insurance is highly recommended. It always is. you know what? Your hard-earned dollars go to a vacation. You want to protect that investment.
Yeah.
Vacations are a big investment, and I think that's important.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Of course, we want to let everyone know, hey, you'll be able to spend a lot of money on vacation if you come work at AAA, and we're having our first hiring event this week. It's taking place on Thursday right here at AAA Amherst at 100 International Drive right at Sheridan from 4 to 7 p.m.
4 to 7 p.m. Folks are welcome to hear about all the career opportunities that we have here at AAA, whether it's travel, insurance sales, roadside assistance. There is so much to offer. Driver training. There really is a lot of opportunity. I actually, I've been in the travel business for 40 years, but I just hit my 15-year anniversary here at AAA last Saturday.
Congratulations.
So happy anniversary to me.
Happy anniversary. Hey, you could join Brian. We have flyers right out here at the table at AAA.
Absolutely.
So it's this week, the 14th, on Thursday at AAA. Then we're going to host the same event in Syracuse. That's the 21st, and then in Rochester and Penfield at AAA on the 28th.
Absolutely, and we'll have folks from all of our different business lines to talk to you about that great opportunity. It's a great company. A lot of we've been in Buffalo Business First, one of the best places to work, right?
And we just made the list of healthiest employers, so that's breaking news. We hadn't chatted about that on Travel Tuesday yet, so that award event is coming up in August.
A double win.
Yeah, healthy, happy. That's AAA.
Well, we've been here a long time, so it shows it, and we do have a lot of tenured staff, which is really it's a great brand and a great company to work for.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. What about travel deals? You have deals for us?
So we do have a couple deals, and I am going to look down to my notes because there's one that's really, really good. It is Celebrity Cruises semi-annual sale. Now, semi-annual, twice a year, right? Okay. It's today and tomorrow only, so it's really important. You can get in on these deals, but it is July 12th and July 13th to purchase for sailings from July 15th on and into next year as well. 60% off your second guest.
Wow.
Up to $400 per person onboard credit, depending on the length of the cruise, and up to $500 savings on airfare, depending on the destination. That's huge.
So Good Morning America did a story today about all the cruise deals that are out there and how it still includes the big buffet, and they're great rates if you consider per night if you're staying at a hotel and eating out.
Absolutely. Depending on the cruise line and the itinerary, I've seen it as low as $30 per person per day. I mean, you can't afford to stay home with that. Absolutely. So keep in mind, I mention it, it's today and tomorrow. There's great deals. I've sailed Celebrity. It's a great, great cruise product.
You know, if it's limited to 2 days, it's going to be a good sale. It's almost like a Black Friday special.
Absolutely. So get in on that. Our travel advisors are waiting for you to book that Celebrity cruise. Another thing, Member Choice Vacations. They still have their Christmas in July flash sale. That's until the 18th of July. So a little bit of time on that, but whether it's a cruise, a tour, you get up to 30% off tours, which is really, really great. 15% all tours to travel in October. Little details on when you're traveling, but great, great savings and, wonderful airfare opportunities as well. And, of course, we've had Kevin Ferguson on our radio show on the Big Whack talking about the popularity of guided vacations, not only in the U.S., but worldwide.
Right, and that you're going to be able to have a guide with you to show you around, but you'll still have your own personal free time, so that's a nice mix.
Absolutely, and there are some wonderful U.S. Opportunities, people going out to the Grand Canyon and the Rockies, whether you go down to New Orleans, Nashville. I've never been to Nashville.
You've never been
to Nashville. It's
Why
on my
don't we
bucket
take our
list.
radio show to Nashville?
I think
Carrie,
we should do that. All right.
Yes,
Carrie's saying yes. So we're going to have a road trip, right? Okay.
Now we have to. We said it on Facebook.
We absolutely have to. And then one other one, and this is just out. It's booking between yesterday and the 22nd of July. Amtrak flash sale. Up to $400 per couple on rail vacation. So rail vacations, of course, you've taken Amtrak, I've taken Amtrak, but going out, seeing the beautiful country, no one's worried about driving, no one's worried about those gas prices. You're seeing the beautiful country, and you get out to, whether it is the Rockies or Arizona or Northern California, down to south, absolutely. They go to all points from Western New York. If you head out west, you go to Chicago, and then you head east to New York, and then branch out. But there's so much opportunity, and actually now is the time that the folks heading to Florida for the winter should book the auto train. That fills up really, really quick. So that's the auto train that goes from Lorton, Virginia down to Sanford, Florida.
So a lot of the snowbirds will use that. You should set up that transportation again. Planning in advance is always
Absolutely.
the key. So then they'll have their vehicle down there for the winter.
So the vehicle rides with you, and you have a wonderful. You can get an overnight room or just sit in a seat, but it's kind of a 1.5 day trip, and it works great. So a lot of opportunities, but there are cruise deals galore out there. So now is the time to really get in on that summer vacation. There's good availability yet.
Hey, you can come into AAA this week, get a job, book a vacation, maybe get an insurance quote while you're at it too. And
Absolutely.
everything's all good.
And sign up for your reduced insurance with our driver. Absolutely, defensive driver course. There is so much to offer here at AAA.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people here today.
There's
you can't see on the other side of the camera. There's a line of people
Absolutely.
here, so it's great to see people stopping in,
which
visiting.
is
There's
really
some people
great.
meeting with travel agents here, booking those vacations. So it's an exciting time.
I'm excited to see that travel is really back and full force.
And don't forget, AAA is always here for you before, during, and after the trip.
See you all Thursday at our hiring event, and happy Travel Tuesday.
AAA.com/careers. Check out all the openings.